What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video tutorial. In today's tutorial, we are going to be installing the Los Santos Police Department Mega Pack from Toy. This is an ELS model pack, so you will need ELS installed, which is the emergency lighting system. Link for that will be in the description below, along with the link for this vehicle pack. This is a very large pack that consists of 13 vehicles, all listed here. When you do download the pack, make sure you go through this entire page. Make sure that you read everything over. Here's some frequently asked questions that he is nice enough to leave you some answers for, so you're not asking those questions. It also has the installation instructions, so you will need that. He also showcases the entire vehicle pack and all the vehicles that are in it. And then at the bottom, you can leave a review. And also, if you need any support, you can go into the comment section and ask him any questions that you have that you're having trouble with. So first things first is you want to go to the download button right there. And you're going to want to download all 3 of the vehicle packs. I have not gone through them. I already downloaded them because the first one is quite large, and it takes a little bit to download. So I have not opened them yet, so I'm going to do that once we're done. So once you download those, you're going to go out and you're going to open them up. Now, you do not need a .rar file opener. All you need is Windows Explorer. So as long as you have Windows Explorer, which if you're on a Windows PC, you should definitely have that. That's all you need to open it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up and we're going to take all the models out. This is, all right, what is this one? This is going to be part 3. So let's look at the README. This is the installation. So we'll just keep the installation open. README, please. Very important. Alright, so this is actually a optional car that you can install. So I am going to skip installing this one then. There's really no reason. I'm guessing, so it says a Chevy Silverado maintenance vehicle. So I'm guessing that it's just a maintenance vehicle. So that's probably not part of the 13 cars, so we're just going to get rid of that. So if you haven't downloaded anything yet, then I wouldn't even worry about downloading part 3 unless you want that maintenance vehicle, but we will not be installing that today. So let's get into part 1 and open that up and go to models. And there we go. Now we're getting some vehicles. You're just going to go into every folder and you're just going to pull out the models and drag and drop them onto your desktop. As you can see, this is Police Old 1, so to spawn that vehicle inside of your game, you will need to spawn it via Police Old 1. Anything that is marked with a normal name would just spawn randomly in the game. You can also spawn it in the trainer. So like Police 2, that's just going to spawn in the standard Police 2 slot. Sheriff 2, same thing. So far, all of them that we've looked at, except for that one, was, Police Old 1 is the one that will not spawn in the game. So now we're going to go back out to there once you get the models onto your desktop. This looks like, okay, this is going to be part 2, and this is the SUVs that are a part of the pack. So P Ranger, that's going to be the Ranger model. So here's that, Police Old 2. So again, that one you will have to spawn in by typing in Police Old 2 into your trainer to open that up. And there we go. That's going to be all the models. So we'll get back out to there. We already have the installation open here. And this is going to be for the models. You're going to go to Mods, Update, X64, DLC Packs, Patch Day 15 or 14, most recent in your game, DLC.rpf, X64, Levels, GTA 5, vehicles.rpf, and you're going to replace / drag and drop. So we're going to get into our OpenIV. If you do not have OpenIV, you will have to download that to be able to mod your game. Once you get into OpenIV, you're going to go into your mods folder. If you do not have a mods folder, then you need to go into your game's directory. I would do it out of OpenIV just because it is a little simpler to navigate. And you're going to go into your Grand Theft Auto 5, and you're going to create a mods folder. Now, before we do that, and before we mod anything else in the game, because we haven't even started, I was just going to get us to the spot. But it's a good idea to go ahead and make a copy of your working game right now before you do anything else. So make a copy of your Grand Theft Auto 5 that's working, and just copy it over. That way you have a backup. If you make any mistakes, if this crashes your game, or if you just want to go back to what you had before when you're done with the pack, you will have the unedited version that was working right before you started this modding. So once you do that and you get the mods folder into your root directory, root directory is going to be the first pack from this page here. You're going to open up Grand Theft Auto 5. This is your root directory. So you're going to make a folder called mods. You're going to copy your update folder. It's right here, update. You're going to copy that into your mods folder. So you're going to open that up and copy it right there into your mods folder, update. Don't worry about these two. These are for other things that do not pertain to what we're doing today. Once your Windows Explorer has copied everything over, then reopen OpenIV. Now, this is only if you did not have a mods folder. If you already had a mods folder, then just go right into this part now. So you're going to go to mods. You're going to go over to update. You're going to go to X64. You're going to go to DLC packs. Let me move this over so that we can read it along right here. DLC packs. You're going to go to patch day 14 or 15, the most recent in your game. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't put it in 17, but because he says 14 or 15, we're going to go ahead and run it in the patch day 15. But most packs you can just put in your latest patch day, which would be patch day 17 for my game. So you're going to open up patch day 15. You're going to go to DLC.rpf, X64, levels, GTA 5, vehicles.rpf. So here's your vanilla pack right here. You got the Brickade and the Turismo and then the manifest.ymf. So that's what, yours should look like if there's nothing else modded in your patch day 15. Now, if you have vehicles in your patch in a later patch day, so patch day 16, 17, those vehicles override these ones because it's the later patch day. So you would need to make sure that those are not, there's no other modded vehicles ahead of this. You're going to click edit mode. While in editing mode, all changes will automatically save. Do you want to continue? Yes. This is why I say to do edit mode right there, because now you are at the spot where you're ready to start modding your game. If you do that before and you delete something by accident or you drag and drop something in the wrong spot, then now you got to figure out where it is, and usually the only way to do that is to start over. So from your desktop, you're going to go ahead and drag everything over into your list. There it is, all popping in. We have these two here that I need to drop. Boom. Those are dropped in. There's all your vehicles. So they're all in there. It's very simple. So now that those are in there, we're going to go on to the next step. So I would say go ahead and delete all of these off your desktop so that you're not getting anything confused here. And let's move this. We'll move this over here for now. And let's get back into, let's start back with part 1 for the sedans. So the next part is going to be the VCFs. Those are going to be dragged to Grand Theft Auto V directory ELS pack_default, and you're going to replace / drag and drop. So in the download folders, you're going to open up your VCFs. These you're just going to take, you're going to drag them and drop them onto your desktop. Let's get farther. All right. Part 2, same thing, VCFs. You're going to grab those. You're going to drag them onto your desktop. Back out of there. Let's go ahead and minimize these for now. And so there they are. There's all of our VCFs, including these two, which we're going to move over so I can just do a single drag and drop. You're going to navigate back out of your mods folder all the way to Grand Theft Auto 5. So just go up to the top, hit Grand Theft Auto 5. Now you're going to navigate to ELS, which is right there. You're going to go to pack_default. And then this is all of your ELS files that you will probably 100% have different than what I have, because I have other packs in my vehicle, or in my game. So you're going to go ahead and drag and just drop those right in. If it asks you to override them, which if you're in Windows Explorer, it will. You do not need OpenIV for this part. But if not, it will just override them. And then you're just going to go ahead and delete those off your desktop. The last part is going to be your meta. And that's going to be in mods, update.rpf, common data, levels, GTA 5. So let's bring back the download folder. We're going to start in part 1 once again. Vehicles.meta, and these are required. You're just going to go ahead. Let's not open it. Just go ahead and pull those out just like that. Let's minimize that one. Vehicle meta. You're going to grab it. You're going to pull it out. You're going to drag it. We are going to replace it. I'm going to open this up and see. I'm going to just assume that both of them are the same. It would be very odd if the same vehicle.meta is not the same for both packs, that he didn't just include it all for one. So we're just going to assume that because it does not say, you only need, or you need both of them. So we're just going to assume it. Again, I have not done this pack before, so I can't really tell you until I get in game. So now you're going to go to mods, update.rpf, common data, levels, GTA 5. So we are in mods. So from your game's root directory, go to mods, which is all right here on the side. Go to mods. You're going to go to update, update.rpf, common data, levels, GTA 5, and there's the vehicle meta there. Now, how I would recommend to do this is delete the old vehicles meta. Now, because you already made a backup, and if you did not, then you will want to make sure you make a backup of that vehicles.meta. But because you already made a backup of the entire folder, you do not need to extract that vehicles meta, because you already have a game that has all that stuff in it. So you're just going to go to your desktop, you're going to grab the vehicles.meta, and you're going to pop it in. When it goes back in place, that means your new one is in there. All right? So that's it. You can close out of OpenIV. That's all the modding that is required. You can go ahead and close out of all that stuff. And let's go ahead and start the game. I do all my recordings in real time. That way you guys can see what, that it actually does work, and that as long as you follow it exactly how I did it, it should be no problem. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to work for everyone. Modding is one of those things that is extremely picky. Sometimes it'll work. I've had packs that I've never been able to get to work. So if you're having any issues, you're welcome to ask, but it's very hard if I cannot you know, recreate what you're experiencing. So I'm going to let this load in. I'm going to just fast forward it for you. All right, so we are loaded in. So as you can see, no crash, no nothing. The image is not showing. If you've played LSPDFR long enough, you will realize that that is very normal. So we are going to, let's just go ahead and spawn a vehicle real quick. If you do not have a trainer in your game, then I would certainly recommend doing that. I have a tutorial on that, on how to install that. So, yeah, you're going to want to go in. We'll just spawn FIB. There we go. So as you can see, we are loaded in. Now, to check your vehicle meta, to make sure that it is installed correctly, you would just, you know, drive the cars super fast, and, yeah, you'd make sure that they don't, like, flip over on you. So we're starting off with the FIB here, which is the Ford Police Interceptor sedan. Let's go ahead and open this back up. Go ahead and spawn FIB2. I don't believe the fire truck or anything like that. Police Cruiser 2, Police Cruiser 3. Let's back up a little bit so we're not in the road. Unmarked Cruiser. Correct. Actually, I do not know if that's the one that's in this pack. I have a very similar model that I was just using. The Police Rancher, yep, that's going to be one. Road Cruiser, there we go. Transporter, that's not one. Park Ranger, I'm almost positive it is. I mean, like he said, there is 13 cars. RCV, no. Police Riot, no. There we go. Sheriff Cruiser, Sheriff SUV, which is not an SUV. It's just a Dodge Charger. And then we also have more. As you can see, they're already disappearing on me, which is normal. But you do have those other two that are Police Old 1 and Police Old 2. That you're going to go down to spawn vehicle by model name. You're going to type it in, Police Old 1. There we go. And let's do Police Old 2. There we go. Another pickup truck. So, there we go. That's not all the cars because they're already disappearing on me, but that is most of them. Now, to check your lights, you're just going to hit the J key, and there's your lights. So everything is installed correctly. Sirens work. You can go check them in other vehicles just to make sure. But as long as you have the .xml files for the ELS installed correctly, these should work with no problems at all. So now I'm not going to go through all the vehicles and make sure that they're working, but as you can see, this works perfect. These vehicles are installed exactly how they should be. And like I said, if you're experiencing vehicles flipping over, then you would need to reinstall your .meta files. It's certainly not something that should happen. You should be able to drive just like that. I mean, it doesn't even lift the tire. That's what the meta does. You can literally drive and it's not going to flip. So that's all it is it creates your handling. Okay? So if you flip this Charger or any of the other vehicles very easily, then your meta's installed. So that is a question I know I'm going to get that has happened, and that's certainly what the answer is. So with that, that's going to conclude our installation guide on this LSPD Mega Pack. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. If you do have any questions, I can try my best to help you. But I would certainly recommend going to the author's download page. That's going to be the simplest way to get a perfect answer, almost perfect, I would have to say, because he made the files. So if anyone's going to be able to help you, it will be him. I'm almost positive for that. Or maybe somebody has the same issue you are having. So with that, I thank you guys for stopping by. If this helped you, if you could hit that subscribe button down below, it is greatly appreciated. That's all I ask for the time that I put in to make these videos for you guys. And yeah, I will see you guys next video.